file this under, yes, weird but true, and this is all very, very morbid. So let me just give the background. So we have the 70s show actor Danny Masterson and his many, many scandals with Scientology, and the church seems to be very deeply involved with all these incidents, and there's that whole mess. So he's now going to prison. Yes, wait for it. The same prison where Charles Manson resided for a long time.
Another incredible part of that is that Charles Manson actually studied Scientology. That is bizarre. Manson began studying Scientology while incarcerated with the help of fellow inmate blah blah blah. In July 1961, listed Scientology as
Right. Now, this is what gets really bizarre is that Manson was also involved in Scientology. But there the history is very controversial. The church has insisted for a very long time that yes, Manson showed a little bit of an interest, but he was never an official member, and any interest he showed in Scientology was very minimal, very small, and that's simply not true. It is true that Manson got really deeply into Scientology. He tells us this himself. Other biographers and other journalists have confirmed this, but then he moved away from it for a while. But he never lost interest in it entirely, and he kept contact with Scientology people, and even some Scientology people were his friends and allies. What Scientology has tried to do is spin, which again could be true, is that there was infighting, which got very lethal among his people and some Scientology people. So, yes, the Scientology people are claiming victimhood. They are the victims of Manson. Well, if you know Scientology, they like to claim victimhood a lot, and they love to have lawsuits. So you'd think to yourself, well, if you're a victim, why aren't you going after Manson? And the answer is probably because Manson could provide a lot of evidence saying, no, we hung out together, we spoke with one another. Here is the evidence that we were in communication with one another. So it's a very weird thing that they can't really deny entirely that they had contact. So they're trying to spin the story that, well, actually, our people got hurt by the Manson people, so really, we should feel sorry for Scientology. Yeah, we need to feel sorry for David Miscavige, the guy who has about $1 billion at the ready for his propaganda, for his various scandals, to help Tom Cruise, to buy these mansions, to buy these big buildings, to commit fraud, etc., etc., etc. We need to feel sorry for him and his people. You're like, I don't know, you got $1 billion. I think you're doing fine. At least the very top people in Scientology, you're doing okay. So I don't feel too sorry. In terms of this incident, which is true, there is evidence that some of the Manson people did go after some Scientology people. Well, that happens in these movements. Nazis have killed other Nazis, communists have killed other communists, people in radical movements do kill one another. This happens today, right? In the Middle East, these are technically two Semitic peoples attacking one another. So, yeah, you can be broadly part of the same group or part of the same radical movement, right? Doesn't forbid you from attacking one another. But we're going to have to wait and see if Masterson continues to try to be like Manson, this kind of guru in jail. We'll have to wait and see, but to say there is no connection is kind of silly. There clearly is.